What's up, guys? Draft Daddy here. Gonna go over Wednesday, February 6th. FanDuel slate. We got, I think, 8 games. 8 or 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, perfect amount. Got good amount of injuries, good amount of value, good amount of studs to pay up for. So, let's get right into it. Starting at point guard, Kemba Walker. Well, for one, he's been lighting it up the past 2 games, 260 burgers, which is pretty wild because he's been declining from the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season, he's like consistently 40 points to 50 points every game. And it's just not been going that well for him. 26, 30, 30, 27, 45, 40, 39, 36, 50. So it's pretty interesting that he posted consecutive games, showing the upside. I'm not gonna call him a core play, but he is definitely my favorite option at this position. If I had all the money in the world, I would play him. I don't know if my roster construction is gonna lead me there because there are other high price guys we want to prioritize. But I definitely think he's the top play at the position, and if you have the money, you should plug him in. Curry, I'm not going to be playing any Warriors today. Spurs and Warriors game. Popovich has this little thing where when he knows it's a big game and it's on national television, he likes to stick it to the league and he sits his star players. So for whatever reason, what that reason is, I don't know. I don't know what he has against the league that pays him millions of dollars every year, but he does that. So LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan not playing tonight for rest purposes. So instead of being this great game to attack and all these good players, nope. It's gonna be a blowout. The Warriors are favored by I think 12 points in Vegas right now. So I am very unattracted to this game, and it'll reflect by the amount of Warriors I play tonight. De'Aaron Fox, good option, not the best. The price is too high for me. Chris Paul, I would much rather play Chris Paul. As a matter of fact, I have him in my lineup right now, so there's a good chance I'll be playing him. The matchup against Sacramento is just perfect. They're super fast-paced team, so there's going to be plenty of running up and down the court. I can easily see Chris Paul getting a couple steals, and this price tag is just super, super cheap. Like De'Aaron Fox is priced higher than Chris Paul. Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense. So I like the buy low opportunity here. Eric Bledsoe, great matchup. I won't be playing him, but great matchup. Chris Dunn, great play. I have him in my lineup too. I think he's a really solid option. Jamal Murray, if he plays and has no minutes restrictions, great play. As of now, he's game time decision. We have to monitor this, and it's going to have a big effect on all the rest of the lineups that are made, because if he doesn't play, then there's value that opens up, and if he does play, then he's a good play on his own. So we really need to monitor that. Ricky Rubio against Phoenix, great play. Worried about the blowout, but the price is just really cheap, and it's just such a good matchup that I would overlook the blowout factor and not have a problem playing him. Shabazz Napier, decent play. I probably won't be getting there. Bryn Forbes, if I'm going cheap, I like Bryn Forbes right here and Patty Mills right here because of all the Spurs value that has opened up. I hope to not have to play these guys because these guys, especially Bryn Forbes, oh my God. This guy, I don't know how you can consistently score the same amount of fantasy points. It blows my mind, but every game it's 25 points or less. It's crazy. 25 points or less. He can't get past the 25 mark, so I don't like watching guys like that, so I don't think I'll be there. Patty Mills, a little bit more upside than Forbes, but I just honestly don't think I'm going to need to go this low. Frank Jackson, great option if you want to punt. Even if you don't want to punt, he's just a really good source of salary relief. I would keep in mind. I think Alfred Payton's already ruled out for the Pelicans. There's no Anthony Davis. There's no Mirotic. It's just Drew Holiday, pretty much taking the shots, so there's plenty of shots to go around. Frank Jackson at this price, super solid play. Shooting guard, James Harden, super high price tag, has Chris Paul back. Dude, this is always a tough decision because I remember I didn't play him on this night, this 89.9 night, and I lost, and that can happen any night nowadays with this guy. He's a machine. I can't get over it. He's the best player in my opinion right now. Best offensive player by far. And I don't want to pay this price tag. I don't see myself paying it. But if he drops 90, it's over. Close your laptops. You lose, okay? That's it. That's all I got to say. My advice is to fade him. That's my advice. I'm not going to play him. I don't think you should either. I don't see him, getting the 80 points. I don't see him getting 70. We might get there. Hopefully not. We'll see. Luka Doncic. And don't even get me started on the matchup, by the way. It's the same matchup as Chris Paul. Super fast pace. There's going to be so many points scored in that game. He's going to go off. Luka Doncic, I'm not as high on him anymore with all of their newly acquired players from the Knicks playing today. So he's still a good play. I don't mind him, but I'm not as excited as I was earlier. Drew Holiday, loved this play. I think he'll be the highest shooting guard scorer other than James Harden. I am trying to get him in my lineup. He's expensive, as you can see, so we'll see. But next on my list is LaVine. He's priced pretty cheap, and he has a great matchup against New Orleans. The only problem is there are other good players to choose from, and narrowing it down to 2 is going to be tough. But he's firmly in play, and he's a top 3 option. Top 3 option for sure. Buddy Hield, good option. Great game environment. Love it. Chris Middleton, love it. If Gary Harris is already out. If Jamal Murray is out, then Monte Morris is a good play, but the price is too expensive for me, I think. So I'm not super high on it, but he's a really good play if Jamal Murray's out. Bogdanovich, good play. Malik Beasley, if Jamal Murray's out, I'll probably be playing Beasley for cheaper than Morris, 5,100. Bellinelli, this is going to be a really popular play. I don't like it as much as other people do, but I understand it. I would expect a 20-point fantasy game from him. And that about does shooting guard. Small forward, Giannis figures to be the highest scorer on the slate. It's a really good matchup against the Wizards. I am worried about blowout risk, so I'm not stoked. But he should be worth it. I don't see Kemba Walker outscoring him. So if you're not gonna spend on Kemba Walker, you're not gonna spend on James Harden. It really narrows it down, in my opinion, on who you're gonna spend for. So we'll see. Definitely a good option. Kevin Durant, I already told you about the Warriors situation. Not interested. Otto Porter Jr., he's a good option. Don't mind it. Kelly Oubre Jr., with Devin Booker out, he should see a boost in usage, etc., but I just don't see the Suns having much success, period. So I don't see myself playing Kelly Oubre. Trevor Ariza, decent play. Rudy Gay, he's going to be popular. I mean, sure, he's going to be a good play. I'm sure he's going to get maybe 30 fantasy points, which is what you need. So I wouldn't talk anyone out of that. Joe Ingles, not bad. Will Barton is a good play. Gary Harris out. He's been starting for Gary Harris. He's a good play. Good matchup. Darius Miller, great play. Love it. Royce O'Neal, that's my punt option if I got to punt. Power forward, Anthony Davis, out. Marcus Aldridge, out. Julius Randle, game time decision, and I don't think he's going to play. If he does play, I'm very interested. We need to monitor that news. I'm sure it'll come later on in the day. Great play. Kenneth Faried, he's a good play. I'd pay $500 more for Randall, and I just in general wouldn't pay for this guy if I wasn't playing Randall. Markkanen, great play. Josh Jackson, decent play. Paul Millsap, we really need to monitor this news. I heard he's out. I heard he's going to be out. So that's going to change up a lot of things. So with the Nugget situation, if Millsap's out, we're going to have to plug in Plumlee right here. 100% we're plugging in Plumlee. And we're going to consider Trey Lyles for $4,500. So that's a Denver situation. If Millsap is out, that's what we need to do. If Millsap is not out, then we're plugging in Jokic. I'm only playing 2 guys. It's either Jokic if Millsap's in, or it's Plumlee if Millsap's out. That's it. I highly suggest you do the same. Let's assume Millsap's out. Then okay, so first of all, let me one more thing about center. This is another option. So Podol should be getting a lot of minutes. They don't have enough bodies in San Antonio right now. I don't see them playing Pau Gasol much at center. So this guy is looking like a really strong option as well. So I forgot about that, and I think those 3 center options are where you're sticking. Power forward. Okay. So the San Antonio players, it's this guy as well. I don't know how to say his name. I've never even seen him play, but I do know that he's probably going to be forced into some minutes today, and it's a super risky play, but if you need the salary relief, I think it's a good dart throw. Check Diallo, another really good play. It's really contingent on whether or not Randall plays, so monitor that. If he's out, love that play. Then I said Trey Lyles, great play. If Millsap's out, great play. And then Kenrich Williams, great play if Randall's out. Great play. So that does it. Lineups will be out a little bit later today because it's 4:30 lock time. So I'll have an extra 30 minutes to monitor news and get the starting lineups. So thanks for listening, guys. Catch you later.